I
Right.
am now no longer willing to accept people saying they're serious about multi-generational wealth building if there's no health and longevity strategy attached to it.
Mm,
When we talk about
mm,
closing the Black wealth gap or the racial wealth gap in America, you're not serious about it if longevity and wellness is not a part of that conversation.
yeah.
Because Black men die prematurely during our peak earning years. And by the
Hmm.
way, you should be making most of your money, no matter how you make your money, after the age of 50. So if you're dropping dead of heart attacks and strokes between 50 and 60, which not all Black men do, but too many of us do,
Right.
and Black women are living longer, but they're not healthy, so they can't really maximize. I argue that that's a significant component of the gap we're trying to close in terms of net worth and wealth, in terms of racial disparities. And so health is wealth is finally my opportunity. Thank you, Butch. Thank you to our corporate sponsors to say, let's stop playing around. You're not serious about wealth creation if you're not talking about how to help make Black people live longer and be healthier, because we're leaving money on the table every time somebody either gets sick to the point that they can't really maximize everything they built up in the course of their career, or they
Right.
die and they leave that earning power on the table. This is more than just my job for Black Enterprise. This is
Yeah.
this is a culmination. The reason I'm serious about it now is because I'll be 64 in a couple of weeks. And my mission is, there's a lot of mistakes that I made in the first 40 years of my adult life or 30 years of my adult life, that
Yeah.
now my goal is to maximize everything I built up in terms of the equity of my life and really turbocharge it to increase my earnings as this next 3 or 4 decades of my life, if everything goes right. My point is, wealth building is a long game. The longer you're in the game, the more likely you'll build wealth and the more wealth you can build. And so we can no longer accept that we are just going to, we might make it to 60 maybe.
Right.
And if we do, and not to mention, we want to get into the issues of holding down healthcare costs, which are exponentially higher for Black and brown communities than they are for the average American. So I'm trying to keep healthcare expenses down and
Yeah.
still maximize my earning years. And I'm very passionate about that. And again, the Health is Wealth franchise is what I've been assigned to kind of work on, by
Okay.
Butch Graves and my team, to build that up. How do we make sure, particularly Black entrepreneurs, Black executives, Black investors, live longer? Because it's hard to make money if you're sick or you're dead. That's what I tell people. It's hard to make money if you're sick and you're dead. You're not serious about building wealth if you don't have a healthcare and longevity strategy for yourself and your family, and we're saying for our entire community, because that's going to be important for us to make this next big evolution of advancement for Black America as we move forward.
It's hard to make money if you're sick or you're dead. That needs to be on a t-shirt. That's pretty much to the point.
How many like major Black CEOs did we lose because somebody had a heart attack? How many, entrepreneurs and businesses folded because the founder died prematurely and there wasn't a
Mm,
succession plan in place? That's lost wealth every time it happens. If you're investing in the stock market, everybody knows the longer you're in it, that's where the money is. It's not no get rich quick schemes in wealth building. So
right.
I'm just passionate about this idea that we have to find ways to live longer and live healthier so we can be more productive. And we have too many generations of Black people who worked hard all their lives and never got to enjoy what they worked for, because as soon as they got free, they got sick. Or as soon as they got
Right.
free, they passed away.
Right.
I want to change that narrative, and so does Black Enterprise, and so do our partners. And that's the drum I'm going to be beating for as long as I
Yeah.
can. Our kids need to outlive us, their kids need to outlive them, and they need to be healthy and productive.
Listen, I'll be beating that drum with you. This is why you're here. This is why you're the ageless achiever. And this is why I passionately admire the work that you're doing, is that it aligns so much with what I'm doing. Again, that's why I'm featuring in my book to talk about, because mastering your middle years and beyond, isn't just about professional acumen. It's about the whole 360 approach. And to your point, you can't make money if you're sick or you're dead. And so, being in your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, we're living longer now. I talk about this all the time in the work that I do. We're now in the era of the 100-year life, where we're living longer. So if you're 40, you're 50, or even your 60s, this is still a halftime show.
Adrian,
And
it's why I
yes,
love your work so much. It's why I'm so glad you were able to speak these last couple of years at Black Men Excel. Because there's a new area of finance called longevity finance or longevity personal finance,
Right.
because my generation, your generation is a Gen Xer.
Yeah.
Our parents was like, if we can make it to 65 and we got enough money to live another 10 years, we're good.
Right.
For us, it's going to be not that we die too soon, but we live too long and we can't make it because we're here, but we got to, it could be another 30, 40 years of life. So even the way we invest our money, I can't invest my money the way they used to be. Well, you can just put it all in safe, securities,
Right.
because you don't need it. No, I need it to be able to last another at least 2 decades, because I
Yes.
might need it. I need to be healthy enough to still earn money. Like retirement is not what it used to be. I'll be 65 in 2025. I am not going to be chilling on the porch because
No, you won't.
I don't age out of my mortgage. I'm not being aged out. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
this idea of health and longevity as a wealth building, wealth creation requirement, necessity, is not someday in the future. It's now.